Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing my 188th Mezco Toyz 112 collective action figure review, this time being of Wolverine Uncanny X-Men edition. Now, taking a look at the front of the box, we can see a simple yellow packaging with the Wolverine name at the center and the Mezco 112 collective exclusive sticker on the top right. Turning the box around, we can see some really great artwork of Wolverine. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this figure open and let him breathe. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at this new Uncanny X-Men edition Wolverine from Mezco, or as I like to call it, the training suit, or X-Men Blue Team, whatever you want to call it. I just always loved this suit. I know a lot of people don't because it's a pretty simple look, but I've always dug it, man, especially when you see the whole X-Men team rocking this particular suit, having that whole matching look. I don't know what it is, it just works for me, and I've been really contemplating picking up those Marvel Legends ones, but here he is with Wolverine and the Mezco form, which again looks so awesome. One thing I'm going to point out real quick, it's kind of weird seeing the cowled head on this suit because I've never really pictured this suit having the cowled head on there or cowled mask on there. So it's a little strange, but this is how it comes out of the box. But the suit itself looks really cool. One thing I will point out is just how brightly colored the suit itself is. So I'm actually going to darken it up a little bit here so you can see things like some shoulder texturing right here on the yellowing. You got this really cool texturing right here along the arms, like that, giving it that Mezco-fied look, especially going down here on the legs. I don't know if it's a little hard to see on camera, but you can see what I'm talking about. I do wish that kind of like texturing that Mezco does, they did that a little more on the bare yellow here because it does look a little too simple. So I wish they would have carried some more of that little patterning and things like that right here on that. The gloves look great. This whole new forearm pieces look awesome. The actual hands themselves are reused from the Deluxe Wolverine. We got the straps going across the legs here. These will come down once you're like posing them around and things like that, but they're easily pushed up and they do stay there fairly well for the most part. You got those really sweet looking boots. I love the two-tone yellow on those. Again, the back just looks great. The bright red of the belt really stands out. I do dig that a lot, man. The colors, again, really work for me here compared to all the other figures where they're very dark and, you know, brooding kind of thing. This one stands out as something special to me. Now, moving on to the accessories here, we of course do get the circular base Mezco stand, which I always do love, done in the simple X-Men logo. We've seen that many times before, especially with pretty much every Wolverine. And then we do of course get the clear articulated arm. We also do get a ton of interchangeable hands, which are fantastic. You got different types of closed-fisted hands, open palm hands, I guess types of gripping hands, I guess you want to call them, but even have different types of clawed hands, open clawed hands, and the standard fisted clawed hands. And these all look great, but of course, you know, honestly, I don't know too many people, with the exception of people who are going to be taking like photography pics, who are going to, oops, I totally put that hand on backwards, who are going to be posing a Wolverine figure on the shelf without the claws. So if you're one of those people, please let me know because you are a rare commodity, honestly. But I mean, just having the claws, man, are just, it looks so freaking good. And honestly, I've said it before, I think Mezco does the Wolverine claws the best out of any other action figure company, especially those who do this in this scale. I think they look so good. The length, the shape, the shine of the silver, I think they are just perfect, and they look really good on him. And now that we have his claws on him, he also does come with 5 different slashing effects, which is really cool. We actually have seen these before with the Deluxe Steelbox Wolverine that came out, I believe, last year. I just love that figure. But it's really cool getting these again if you want to have multiple Wolverines with these different slash effects. And they're pretty cool. They're all pretty unique. And they do have little slits inside them where you can like slide the claws in. It could be a little tricky, but they are there for a certain way, and they can just slide them over the claws themselves, and you can get some really nice photos out of that. We also did get, of course, different head sculpts. So you got that cowled head, which again, I think looks really good. Just a little weird for this particular suit. We get an unmasked cowled head, or unmasked head, I should say, with a little more of a clean look. The hair is a little shorter, a little more brushed back, which again looks really nice. We get one with a little longer hair. The hair's a little more messed up and tattered. You even got the hair coming over the brow there. Then we do get that new head sculpt, and I believe we've never seen that head sculpt before, which is him with the longer hair, yelling with those awesome teeth, looking mean as F. And then you got the little bits of adamantium skull peeking through the head like that. And this is probably the head sculpt I will use, which again, it's a unique head for this particular figure. I think he looks awesome. I think he just looks so freaking mean. And for me, it's either that one or just the shorter, cleaner head. Because I think, me personally, I think this head looks like it was made for this particular suit. Maybe that's just me, but I love the way that one looks. So it is definitely going to be between these two heads for sure for my final display. Now, moving on to articulation here. The head and the neck are on separate ball pegs, so you got a lot of good rolling around that way. Does turn left and right, up very far, down all the way that much, and then pivot side to side. Arms can go all the way up, down, up and out that far. We do get a butterfly joint in there, rotation at the bicep, double jointed elbows. We got nothing at the glove, but we do got rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We do get a double ball peg in the midsection, so that rolls around very, very nicely. Does turn left and right, pivot side to sides, crunches back and forward that much. We get hip joints that kick forward that far, back about that much, splits all the way out that far, rotation in the upper thigh, double jointed knees, nothing at the boot. Ankles are on ball peg, so that rolls around up and down, and a pretty decent ankle rocker. So overall, I love this figure, honestly. Again, I love this suit. Again, I understand why not everyone's gonna love this and want to go for it. Again, it's not everybody's favorite suit. I get that, but I dig it. I love the colors. I love the different head sculpts, especially that new head sculpt. I love the fact that it comes with those deluxe effect pieces. That's really cool. Another reason to get this figure. And if you're just even a Wolverine completist when it comes to Mezco, I think it's really cool for that as well. I love having all these iconic looks for him. So for me, he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mafex Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to all the other Mezco 112 Collective Wolverines that they've made so far. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. No! So there it is, guys, my review of Wolverine Uncanny X-Men Edition. Now overall, I absolutely love this piece. Again, the suit design is not for everyone, I totally get that, but I've always loved it ever since I was a kid, and it's really cool getting it in Mezco form. I think they did an excellent job with the soft goods suit. Again, I just wish they'd added a little more detailing to the yellow area down his chest, but other than that, that's really my only complaint. The articulation works very well, the paint apps are gorgeous. I love that new head sculpt with the battle damage. I think that thing looks really cool. I love all the slash effect pieces. Those are just great for posing and figure photography. This is such a badass piece. If you're a Mezco Wolverine completionist, you're definitely going to want this figure. If you just want a really badass Wolverine, I think you should definitely pick this up. He's awesome, totally rad, and I think he will look great in your Mezco collection. So be excellent to each other, and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.